Hi guys, it is me, Bishop J from Camp Gilgal TV. That's right, and it is Camp Gilgal TV. May the Lord bless you. May the Lord be with you. May the Lord give you joy. And wherever you touch, let the hand of God work in your life. And it might prosper, and it might be very powerful. I am Bishop J, and this is Camp Gilgal TV. And today I want us to share, to talk, and it's like I'm thinking loud there. I'm thinking loud, and I'm recording it, uploading it. You know, sometimes the life of being a YouTuber is not just to give messages. It's also kind of you are keeping your biographies. And one day, after a lot of years, people can stay and look and see what was in your mind and what you were going through about it. The Bible really impressed me. The Bible really touched me a lot. I don't want to lie to you. The Bible has changed my life. The Bible has made me to be very, very affectionate, and the Bible is making me to think for a human being in front of me as a human being, not as something that is less. And the story of Jacob, among the Trinity of God of Abraham, God of Isaac, and God of Jacob, I love a lot Jacob. I'm telling you, his life for me is like a teaching to myself. You will see his life when he ran away from his brother wanting to kill him, when the parent decided that he must go to his uncle Laban. And by reading very well and observing the narration, you will arrive to find out that he has nothing. When he arrived in Bethel and it was night, he need to sleep. He has nothing. He did not even have a bag where his clothes is. He just look a stone to put his head and to sleep. He has nothing. It reminds me, I'm telling you of my life, the adventures I took. One day I will do it by episode. The adventures I took to live in my beloved Congo, my country of birth, Congo, and the road I took, and how the Lord was so amazing to me, and how the Lord was with me. At Bethel is the first kind of pinnacle that changed and gave Jacob a new direction. I think of you also, you're watching this. You enter something as an adventure, maybe a school that you opted to, a subject in a school that you opted to study, or your work. It was like an adventure, but it became in the end something of very, very powerful. And then he went to Laban, that I can say at Laban, and he worked there, and at Laban, if he met a lot of obstacles. Let me say to you this. Obstacle in a life is not to kill you. There is this saying that say, which that does not kill you, it will make you stronger. You understand? Obstacle in a life is not there to kill you. But let me go back a little bit again. At Bethel, Jacob kind of saying, God, if you bless me where I'm going, if you give me cloth where I'm going, you feed me where I'm going, and you bring me back to the promised land. You know, Jacob knew that where he's going is not permanently. It is something of temporary, because where God is seeing him, where his destiny is, keep that keyword, destiny was in the land of Canaan, which later on we know it in the land of milk and honey. Not in Mesopotamians. There his grandfather was told to get out. He just go there for temporary situation. My brother and my sister, you are watching this. Every situation that you account in a life is not permanently. My wife used to remind me a lot of that. It's not permanently. It is temporary. And when it has also the date of expiring date. And when the expiring date is clock, you need to be aware and have a spirit of discernment. Some of us still lagging on the things that are bringing us down because we do not have the spirit of discernment. And for you to also get out of things that are not good, you need to have a spirit of discernment. And when you arrive to that moment, you know that God now is calling me to this. I'll give you this example. The children of Issachar, they understood, when you read it in the book of Chronicles, they understood that the kingship is no longer with Saul, the kingship is now with David. What they did, they were the first to go to align and abide to David, and they were blessed. That's how it is. And then Jacob understood that he having a covenant kind of with God, and God always keep his word. He went to Laban. And then chapter 31 of Genesis is the key of, if you want to understand what Jacob endured in Mesopotamia, in the house of his uncle Laban, read chapter 31. Chapter 31 is the key. Remember, Jacob is not a stranger to Laban. He is a nephew of Laban. He is a nephew of Laban, but Laban has taken advantage of him. I don't want to go too long. I want just to stop a little bit. Laban has taken, and I'll give you the verse that you need to meditate. Meditate upon this verse. And look within yourself and your life, and then you arrive to understand, where am I? Where am I? Who I am? What I have? What I am? And you answer all these questions, you arrive to see your situation. But Jacob was abused by Laban. Laban abused him in a manner that was not good enough. But he endured it because of what? God was with him. You know, sometimes persecution is the package of a blessing. You cannot have a blessing without a persecution. Say amen to that. Persecutions is the package of a blessing. You cannot have a blessing without persecution. You need to be persecuted. But he endured that. And then when the discernment kicked in, he says, the time to go. And he went. And he went. When you read verse 1 of Genesis 31, it says, and now Jacob heard the word of Laban's sons, saying, Jacob has taken away all that was our father's, and from what was our father's, he has acquired all this wealth. Remember, Jacob came empty-handed, but he has only the promise of God. Another keyword, the promise of God. Do not ridicule or put to shame a man who have a promise of God. A promise of God never disappoints. Providence may run out, but the promise of God never run out. Let me repeat it again. Providence may run out, but the promise of God never run out. Then in verse 17, Jacob says, then Jacob rose and set his sons and his wife on camels. He said, let go. Yes, when you read it, I'm just jumping. Read chapter 31. Then you will understand the turning point. Another keyword. The turning point of Jacob's life. He came empty-handed. He met Rachel at the place of water, empty-handed. But when he left with Rachel and Leah and the children and camels and the stocks of his animals. A lot. Promise. Hallelujah. I love that. Promise of God. Don't play with somebody who has a promise of God. When he leaves with all his promise. He does not leave alone. Verse 41 says, this is the key, and you will want to know how many years he endured and staying at Laban. Verse 41. It says, thou have been in your house 20 years. I serve you 14 years for your 2 daughters, and 6 years for your flock. And you have changed my wages 10 times. Verse 42. Unless the God of my father, the God of Abraham, and the fear of Isaac, because Isaac was still alive. You cannot say God of Isaac, because he does not know tomorrow if Isaac can be an heretic. You need to know that. You don't pray God of my pastor. You don't know if your pastor is an heretic. You don't know if your pastor tomorrow will consult sangomas, and you associate with that spirit by saying, God of my pastor. Be careful. Has been with me, surely now you will have sent me away empty-handed. God has seen my afflictions and the labor of my hands, and rebuke you last night. Laban was coming to kill him, take his 2 children, that means Leah and Rachel, and take the children of Jacob back with him. They must become his slaves. Slaves. But God told Laban, dare not. Dare not. Dare not. Remember that. Dare not. Dare not, Laban. He said, I have been in your house 20 years. 20 years of painful years, 20 years of afflictions, 20 years of bad time. But in that bad time, God was always doing great things to him. And God has made him so rich, so rich, so rich, so rich. I don't know what you're going through. I don't know how many years you're going through in a suffering, but the Lord is with you. Do not lose hope, because if you lose hope, your life stops there. A man or woman does not hope anymore, his life has stopped. He has no guarantee of tomorrow. He has no hope of tomorrow. A man and a woman who have no hope, you need to. Even a homeless has a hope. Has a hope that he will see tomorrow. That's why you say, a man and a woman who has no hope, his life has stopped there. Descend. And when it is the time, stand up, move on. Move on. There is one beautiful preaching of T.D. Jakes, say, let it go. When the time is up, let it go. Thou have been in your house for 20 years, divided by 14 years of serving your 2 children as my wives, and 6 years of serving your flock, and you have changed my salary 10 times. It means number 10 is the number of I have enough. Remember that. Number 10 is the number of I have enough. Enough is enough. Then I'm leaving. then I am living. That was Jacob. You know, there is a cynicism, I want to say this in closing, between a powerful and a not powerful, how their relationship is. A powerful when it comes to a man who's not powerful. When I mean powerful in wealth, powerful in position, powerful in anything, cars, material. A man no powerful, I mean a man no money, no nothing. Even in a family, dynamism changed. A powerful will never listen to a non-powerful. That's how it is. You are a non-entity to the powerful. Now, when it's a powerful and the powerful, the dynamism is equal. When it's equal, they listen to each other. Sometimes they don't want to be in the same crowd because you can put two bulls in the same crowd. Because one cannot bow to the other because they are powerful and powerful. But a powerful and a non-entity must bow to a powerful. Meditate on that. God bless you. Subscribe if you are not yet subscribed at Camp Gilgal TV with Bishop J. That was a sharing of today. A sharing of today. Jacob, the son of Isaac, the grandchild of Abraham. Jacob. His name was changed later to Israel, and the nation has their name through his name. Israel. Israelity. They came from Jacob. The man who saw God face to face. I love you. God bless you. Bye.